Okay, so let's find our nice, steady, comfortable position that we can hold for a long time. That's actually what the word asana means. So whether you're using props or not, as you come into position, close the eyes. Put our hands into Chitta or Jnana Mudra, whichever one is comfortable for you right now. Relax through the belly and the chest, shoulders and neck as best you can. Take a few deep breaths and then settle in to normal breath. And on your next inhale, let's bring hands to heart center. Helping to bring our practice into harmony within ourselves and within the wider universe, we share the Omkar chant 3 times. Take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti. During the Guru Mantra one time, take a breath in. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale, release. Let's come into child's pose. We're going to just slowly warm up into our practice today. So child's pose. If you can, it's nice to extend the arms overhead. That really opens up the shoulders, but sometimes that's not within our practice, so you can rest your hands, palms up by your heels. And let's stay here. Nice slow count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up to a nice neutral tabletop. One of the most simple moves, but so effective, is the cow and cat. Let's do that. Beginning, inhale, looking up, drop the belly, exhale, round the back, lift the shoulders, touch the chin. And continue on your own, 5 more at your pace. Remember, don't let your shoulders collapse down by your ears. Keep a little tension there as you move the spine. I'm going to do one more and then meet you in a neutral tabletop. From neutral tabletop, go ahead and curl your toes under, getting ready for your first downward facing dog of the day. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, push up into your downward facing dog. Let's have our legs wide as the mat. Don't worry if your legs are not straight. Really think about lengthening the back. We'll start there, lengthening the back, opening the shoulders. We'll get to the hamstrings. Hold here. Do your best to have equal weight on hands and feet. So if you feel that you're loading your hands too much, the weight distribution, move your feet a little closer to your hands, or vice versa. Let's stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to neutral tabletop, take a breath in, and as you exhale, gently come down to your knees. Getting ready for thread the needle. Right hand first. Inhale, lift the right arm up, and as you exhale, let's thread the needle and hold here. Nice, soft spinal twist. If it feels comfortable, go ahead and extend that left arm on the mat overhead, palm down. And let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, bring that left arm back into position and inhale, come up to neutral tabletop once more. Opposite side. Inhale, bring the left arm up overhead, and as you exhale, thread the needle. Again, if it's comfortable, go ahead and extend that right arm overhead. And up. Hold here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring that right arm back, and then inhale, come up to neutral tabletop, and exhale to a child's pose. Let's have your knees as wide as the mat if you can. Big toes overlapping behind you. Extend the arms, rest the forehead on the mat if you can. Coming up into a dolphin, which is the same thing as a downward facing dog, except you're on your forearms. Simply lift your hips up right now. See how you're resting on your forearms. Curl the toes under, and as you exhale, lift the hips up and back, and you're in the dolphin pose. Don't worry if your heels don't touch the mat. Keep extending through those shoulders so you don't collapse around your ears. You'll feel a little tension as you try and bring your heels down, but don't worry about it. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come into a dolphin plank. Lift the head to look at your hands. Now shift your weight forward so that your shoulders are over your elbows, and then come into your plank. You may have to scoot your feet a few inches backwards. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose once more, bring the knees down, and as you exhale, sit back onto your heels and come into child's pose. Coming into Vajrasana, sitting on our heels as you inhale, sit back, Vajrasana. Exhale, release the pose. I'm going to face the computer so you can see what I'm doing. This is just a simple move to let us be aware of what's happening in our core, but also to help open up the hips. So as you can see, I've got my left knee, I'll do it forward, completely forward in a 90-degree angle. My right knee is facing out to the side. I've got my left foot close to the middle of my body. Your right foot can be at your buttocks or it can be a little open, like a bird a little close. From here, you simply bring your hands in a heart position. And we're going to change position so that my left leg is behind. So I lean back a little bit, lift my legs up, and come into the other side. Now you can see, just because of my mobility, my right knee is not 90-degree angles in front. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. What we're worried about right now is just this simple movement. Moving the feet back and forth. Got it? All right, so let's all start with the left foot in front. So you have to lean back on your butt a little bit, okay? Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lean back. And come back on the other side. Ready? Take a breath in. Exhale, lean back. Change. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean back. Change. One more. Breath in. Exhale, change. All right, we're going to do a little mini boat pose in between. All righty? So that foot is in front, lean back. You're exhaling and now come into a boat pose with your knees bent. Shine the heart. Think about lengthening the back. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, right foot is in front. Great. Let's repeat. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean back. Come into boat pose. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in and exhale. Left foot down. Hold here for a breath. Exhale, lean back. Boat pose. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in and exhale right in front. Coming to Dandasana. Send the legs in front, release your hands to your hips, roll the shoulders up and back. Nice scat pose, Dandasana. Close your legs, relax the shoulders. Lower the chin so it's parallel to the ground. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath in, exhale, relax. Let's come back to standing on our knees. We're going to do some easy lunges and then build it up to some strength moves and to some hip moves as we go into a low squat. That'll be sort of the sequence. So go back on your mat a little bit so that you can step forward into a lunge from your knees. Hands can be on hips. The right foot will extend forward first. As you inhale, take your weight to the left knee to grip the right foot. Exhale, you come into your lunge, right foot forward. You can keep your hands on your hips. Release the left foot, the left toes, so that they're flat against the mat. Do your best to keep your hips square. Just hold here, just warm it up. Let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Now remember, that leg that's in front, that right foot, you want to keep lifting the arch. So you bring a little bit of awareness to the big toe and the inner instep. That's going to help exteriorly rotate your right leg from the hip to the knee so that you're not putting any undue pressure on your knee. Hold here for 2 and 1. As you inhale, bring that right knee back and come back to sitting on your knees. Exhale, sit all the way on your heels. When we sit on our heels, we're really giving a nice lengthening and opening to the knees and to our ankle and feet joints. Inhale, let's come back onto our knees. This time the left foot is coming forward. As you inhale, shift your weight to the right knee so you can extend the left foot forward and exhale and shift. And think about keeping your hips square. If you find that you're opening your hip to the right side, it just means that you need to shorten the distance between your front foot and your back foot. So you can get a nice squared up hip. Okay. For 8. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's bring that left one back. And exhale, sitting on your heels with Rasana, release your hands, rest them on your side, roll the shoulders up and back, close them. Let's repeat that sequence and start adding on to it. Open the eyes. Inhale, come back up on your knees. Right foot is coming forward. Hands can be on hips. And if you inhale, shift the weight to the left knee, step forward with the right foot. Exhale into your lunge. Release your hands to your sides. Open the palms, inhale the arms up overhead. Drop the shoulders. Settle into this pose. It's a little more weight distribution to open up the hips. Coming into a hamstring stretch. As you exhale, both hands come to the mat on either side of the right foot. Exhale, lean back, lift up the right toes, and come into a nice hamstring stretch. Now remember, last week or 2 weeks ago, we were practicing. You can have a rounded back, or you can think about lengthening the back where you're actually introducing a slight arch into your lower back. That's going to bring your belly and chest a little more into contact with the right thigh, but either way, it's good. Hold here. The more still you are, the more opportunity the body has to relax and release some of that tension that you may be feeling in the hamstring or in your lower back. So still the breath, be calm for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to your lunge. Keep your hands on the mat for stability right now. Curl the left toes under because we're going to lift our left knee up. As you inhale, lift the left knee up. Just feel the difference here and do your best to keep your hips square. Allow the left heel to push backwards, even though it's up in the air, okay? As you exhale, release the left knee back down. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to do the same thing, but without our hands to help us. So think about about where you are in terms of stability and balance. As you inhale, bring that left heel up and push it back. So we're in a low lunge. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release the left knee down. Release those left toes. As you inhale, bring the right knee back. And exhale, sit on your heels and adjust. Let's repeat on the other side. Inhale, come back up to your knee. Shift your weight to the right hip as you inhale. As you exhale, the left hip comes forward. And you find the lunge. Release your hands to your sides, open the palms, and one hand up. And drop the shoulders over. Remember, all these poses, even though we're trying to relax into it, we also want to hold the integrity of keeping our hips square, our shoulders down, and at the same time, arms extended all the way to the fingertips to the sky. As you exhale, release the hands to the left, either side of your left foot now. Exhale again into hamstring stretch. Lifting up those left toes. Again, you might want to start the stretch with the rounded back, tucking the chin so you really feel the stretch from the tailbone to the top of your head. And as you settle into that and it feels good, you can lift the head and feel that slight arch in the lower back, which deepens the lengthening. So it's all good. You choose what your body feels like doing today. Let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to your lunge. Throw those right toes under. Keep your hands on the mat for stability. And as you inhale, lift that right knee up, and then push the right heel behind you, keeping the right knee straight and your hips square. On your next exhale, release the knee back down to the mat. Let's bring our hands to our hips as we lift the chest. Think about your balance here. And then as we inhale, lift that right knee off the mat, push the right heel in. Good. Hold it. Hold it for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring that right knee down. And then inhale, let's bring the left knee back to meet the right. And exhale, sit on your heels. Release your hands to the tops of your thighs, roll the shoulders up and back. Close your eyes, push up. Come into a cross-legged position. Doesn't matter which leg is in front. Little spinal twist here. Take your left hand, cross it over the body. You can hang on to your right knee or shin, whatever is good for you. Extend the right arm to the side, open the palm, and inhale the right arm up. Now, from here, let's already face forward. Be nice and square. Sorry, be nice and squared forward. Inhale, grow tall. And as you exhale, find your twist to the right. Roll that left shoulder back to the move. Take another inhale to grow tall, and as you exhale, bring the right arm behind you, find your twist. Let your eyes help you, keep them open as you look through the right corners of your eyes behind you. Hold here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the right hand palm up and inhale it up behind you. And then as you exhale, come back to center and release it. Same thing on the other side. Take the right arm and cross it over the body, extend the left arm to the side. Left palm up, inhale the left arm up overhead. Square out the shoulders and the back. Inhale, go tall. Exhale, find a twist to the left. Now, when we do this, there's a tendency for the right knee to come up. Relax that right hip. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find the twist again, a little deeper, and then we release the left hand behind you. Let your eyes help you as you look through the left corner of the eyes behind you. Try to lean back. Hold. Let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out of the pose, release the left hand in the palm behind you, and you have the left hand up. Then the exhale, come back to center, and release. Come onto your back for a bridge pose. Knees are bent. Hip width apart, more or less. Hands are by our sides, close. Remember, we come up into the bridge pose using that pelvic tilt on an exhale, and we're trying to bring our sternum in the direction of the head. So we're opening up the upper body. Let's begin. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, build itself, and now lift the hips up. From here, bring your hands underneath and roll your shoulders with your body. Down the heart. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out of the pose, take a breath in, and as you exhale, first release the shoulders and upper back. Feel the lower back gently come down to the mat and release it. Let's do a nice spinal twist here. Using the spinal tilt, pelvic tilt the feet or feet off the mat. So take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, simply lift the feet up so that your feet are 90 degrees to your knees are 90 degrees to your hips. Extend the arms out to the side. And on your next exhale, knees go right, your head goes left. And let's go. Let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come to the other side. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, feel that tilt, roll up to center. On your next exhale, knees go left, your head goes left. Hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, feel the tilt, come to center. And this time, let's inhale our hands to knees and exhale, knees to chest. Opening up those hips, go ahead and flex the feet a little bit. And as you hold this position. From here, happy baby pose, open up the knees. If you can, get a hold of your big toes and come into happy baby pose. You can also hold on to your thighs or your shins. As you exhale, go ahead and extend those legs, straightening the knees into a nice straddle. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's bring those legs back together, facing the sky. And one more time, happy baby pose as you exhale, bend your knees. And really think about opening up those hips. Let the mat support the total spine. So if you find yourself lifting your buttocks off the mat, hang onto your legs a little bit lower. Feel the opening of your hips. Sometimes you can even push with your elbows against the inside of your knee to feel that opening. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Inhale, let's straighten those knees into a nice straddle. From here, inhale again, bringing the legs together. Release your hands to the sides, palms down next to your hips. And you're just going to roll up into stack pose. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, roll up into stack pose. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Okay, we have been working on some of the major joints down below the ankles, knees, and hips. We're going to do 5 minutes of Kapalabhati breath, which is an invigorating pose, but it also brings a lot of energy to the lower body, because after that, we're going to do some low squats and different movements there. So come into a nice seated position that you can hold for 5 minutes. Remember about Kapalabhati breath, it's more about awareness than doing 500 at one time. It's doing it with awareness in a 5-minute period. All right, I will set the timer. Go ahead and bring your hands into Chitta Mudra, Chit Mudra, or Yana Mudra. You can do this with your eyes closed or open, whichever is good. And begin. Take a nice long. Keep the eyes closed and breathe normally. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Then on your last exhale, go ahead, open the eyes, come out of the pose. So we're going to do some movements from going into another a low squat. Now, for some of you, you can do this easily, no problem. For others like me, I like to put something underneath my heels to lift them up a little bit because I don't have the mobility in my ankle, or I think the lengthening here in the Achilles tendon and through the calf muscle. So if you need a prop, go ahead and get it now. If you don't, let's all meet in a nice low squat. I got these little blocks from Amazon that you can change the height on, and I really like them for this. Because some days I need it very high, other days I don't, so I can adjust it how my joints are feeling. All right, we're in a low squat. The reason why the prop is really nice is that it allows you to really relax all the way from the tailbone through the spine. Because when you're lifted up like this, you have to always think about your balance, but this way I just rest. All right, let's extend our arms in front, drop the head and really round the back all the way from the tailbone to the top of your head. And just kind of feel this. This is a great pose to work our way into just for general mobility of all our joints and to keep the back nice and supple. From here, we're coming into a downward facing dog, very simple. Bring your hands to the mat, slide them forward as you lift your butt up. Drop the head. Think about bringing your chest towards your thighs. If you're using a prop, don't worry about moving it. Just keep your heels up a little bit. Not a big deal. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, walk your hands back and come right back into that low squat. Once more, extend the hands round the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center, lifting the head, and let's use our elbows to push against the inside of our knees and widen that stance just a little bit. Hold here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, a nice move that we can do to help strengthen our feet is to come from this position to, I guess you would call it kneeling on your knees, but with your toes tucked under and your heels still up. So you bring your hands to the mat, shift your weight forward. See how you just shifted your weight now? So it's over your toes, bring your knees to the mat, and you're sitting on your heels. But my heels are up. They're not down like they usually are in Virtuosity. This is really great too for lengthening and stretching the bottom of your foot. If you have arthritis in your toes, it's a little hard to do, but it keeps them supple. All right, bring your hands back to the mat. Inhale, push back to that low squat. Hands to heart center. Once again, lift the head, drop the tailbone, try and lengthen the back. We're going to repeat this. Bring your hands to the mat, take a breath in, and as you exhale, rock forward, and find yourself sitting back on your knees. Hands to the mat. Inhale, and come all over. Good. Now, let's see if we can do it without our hands. So I need to bring my feet a little closer together for my balance in this. All right, see if you can do it with your hands at heart center. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, drop the knees forward. Right to your knee. 9. Take a breath in. This time we're gonna do it on an exhale. Lift your knees up, oops, and sit back. Nice, right? Let's do it again. Take a breath in. Exhale, rock forward, bring your knees down. Take a breath in. Exhale, rock back. And you're back into your squat. Shall we do it one more time? Take a breath in. Exhale, come forward. Take a breath in. And exhale, come back. Great. Extend the arms in front, around the back, drop the chin. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Another downward facing dog. Drop the hands to the mat, slide them forward as you lift the hips up and come into your downward facing dog. Hold here. Let's hold this for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, gently bring the knees down, come into child's pose. Release those toes behind you, relax them. Let's stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming into Vajrasana, inhale. Bring the body up, sit on your heels, hands resting on your thigh. Roll the shoulders up and back, close the eyes. Exhale, release the pose. One more time, let's come into a cross-legged position. We have time for alternate nostril breath. 3 minutes, followed by 2 minutes of normal breath. It's just a time to sort of reset and let the body come back into balance. So coming into position, I will set the timer. And begin. Through cycle on the left now. Release your hand down. Keep your eyes closed and just breathe normally. Stay here for one more minute. Really enjoy the stillness. If you take your legs down, go ahead and release the toes and let's come onto our backs. We'll do one more little pose before we go into Savasana. Sorry about that. This microphone is kind of fit to me. All right. We are on our backs, both legs extended. Go ahead and rest your hands by your hips, palms down. Let's activate the legs by making sure that the toes, the knees, and the hips are all pointing up and nice and squared off. Bringing the right knee to the chest. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract. Feel that little tilt and then just flow the knee to the chest. Release both hands to the right knee. As you exhale, bring the right knee closer to the chest. Keep your hips squared. Let's hold here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming into a tree pose while in the supine position. Go ahead and bring that right foot to the side of the right thigh and allow the right knee to fall outward. Make sure your left knee is still, left knee, left foot, left hip is still squared up. Let's release both arms up overhead, palms up. The backs of your hands are resting on the mat above your head. Hold here. So you feel some tension, for some of us, to keep your left leg in position, and then you really want to do your best to relax through the right hip, right buttocks, right lower back, and really allow that opening to occur. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands back down to the mat, palms down. As you exhale, go ahead and extend that right leg all the way down the mat. So keep the right leg active. As you bring the left knee to the chest, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, feel that small tilt and flow the knee towards the chest. Bring your hand to the left knee. On an exhale, let's deepen this pose, bringing the knee closer to the chest. Keep your hips squared. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tree pose here. Bring that left foot to the inside of the right leg. Allow the left knee to fall open. And always bring your hands to your hip bones to make sure they're still square. And when you're satisfied, inhale and bring your hands up and then down above your head, palms up. Let's stay here. And let's hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To come out of the pose, let's release our hands back down to the mat, arms down by our hips. As you exhale, release that left leg down. Now relax both legs, allowing the feet to point outward. Take a few deep breaths as you relax the belly and lower back. And let's exhale and bring the palms up towards the sky. And relax into Savasana. Gently with awareness, let's come out of our Savasana by bringing movement to toes, fingers, feet, wrists. Bending the knees, bending the elbows, lifting the shoulders one by one off the mat. Allowing the knees to roll from left to right, bringing into play the spine, belly, chest. Gently letting the head roll from left to right. Bringing any movement into your body that you feel the need or it's enjoyable right now. And to bring awareness, your consciousness back into the physical body. And then all together, let's roll over to one side. And on an exhale, use your hands and let's find a nice, steady, stable seated position. Bringing our hands into the mudra, closing the eyes once again. Take a few breaths here. And on your next inhale, hands to heart center to share the Om chant one time. Take a breath in. Om. Exhale, going down to the teachers within. And then coming up, let's open our eyes. We're back in full awareness, ready for the day. Namaste. Thank you. See you tomorrow, I hope. Bye.